Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working towards getting the Persian Empire back under our control. Before we go too far on that, I want to get zoomed in here, there we go, and see if there is, actually Mecca and At Taif are both still constructing. They're really close to finishing. 34 days and 7 months. Okay, well I'm not that concerned about it, to be honest, because I was looking around off camera and I noticed that this guy, while he might be slightly blind, he is also willing to come to our court. And that's magnificent, so we'll invite him to our court. Why is he even willing to do it? It doesn't actually say now that I've already done that. We can actually reload and find out, and I'm going to do that. 1 second. Okay, I just reloaded the game here, and we should be able to come on over here. We can go into here and look at this guy. So why is he willing to do this? He's a homeless wanderer. Okay, so the problem here, the reason why they're not willing, why these other ones aren't willing to come, is pretty much just because they like their current liege, and they're not willing to leave his lodging standards for our better lodging standards. But this guy's homeless, so he's actually willing to join. Okay, cool. So we're going to definitely press his claim. And we need to do that right now. As soon as we can. This guy he's fine. He's in decent health, but he's 51, he's blind, you never know. So we're going to declare this war instantly. Also, this is maybe some decent prestige farm out over here. He's in another war right now. We are going to raise our men-at-arms. We're going to raise levy troops. This guy has access to 6,000 troops, and he does have a couple of alliances. 20,000, that's actually kind of decent. And 2,000? Okay. So we'll raise up around 30, 40,000, something like that. No problem. We can scale to this. This'll do. Wonderful. So we're going to head in down here. We might catch and stack wipe some of these forces. That would be cool. We'll get some prestige out of that. Cool. 2809. I like it. So we totally got 260 prestige out of that one. We're going to make our way over here and eliminate this force next. We'll trick our forces, or rather our enemies, into overextending. I don't want to trick our forces into overextending. Okay, it didn't work. We ended up spending a little prestige on that, but that's okay. We'll get it back. Cool. So we eliminate this force. He's locked into attacking us. We actually immediately finished this siege, which means that we have the defensive ground here. This is ridiculous. And he's just stack wiped. Okay, well, that was a thing. I didn't actually plan on finishing that siege instantly like that and having the defensive. We would have won that either way. We definitely would have won that either way. We should probably... -3 stewardship. That's a lot of stewardship. Man, we go up to level 3 stress, turning to diamonds indeed. And we need to deal with some stress here. So we're going to donate to charity. That'll drop us at least down to stress level 2. So that'll be good. Oh, hey, the Steam achievement for turning to diamonds just popped in down here. It doesn't show up in the overlay, but we just got that in Steam, which you may have heard. So that's absolutely fine. We could study an old battle for +1 martial, or we'll try to decipher the scroll. But odds are good we're probably going to get stress. Actually, we got some lifestyle experience, so that's perfect. Which of these do we want? So, the Battle of Gaishia. Actually, that's pretty decent. And studying ancient texts. Okay, we'll study the battle. Cool, so that gives us the ability to grab, say, hit and run here if we want to boost up our heavy infantry spearman damage. Of course we want to do that. So that'll be great. We're at 93% on this war right now. And I'm looking at where the nearest castle is. It's all the way over here. Wow. Okay, this one's, I think, a little further away. This guy escaped our castle and is a jerk. It would be our daughter's fault? Okay, so we're going to either gain lunatic, or we're going to murder our daughter and everyone will know. Lunatic it is. Cool. So we're now a lunatic, and that, of course, reduces our stress level. Our stress levels went up really fast there. No doubt about that. Tunneler's Guild in Mecca, wonderful. And we're going to hop on over here. Us being a lunatic doesn't really stop us from doing anything we wanted to do. It will be a little bit painful in terms of our health. It's a minor penalty. So ultimately that should be fine. This war is over and we're going to enforce our demands and disband our troops. Wonderful. So what does that put us at for the Persian Empire? 84 out of 114. Magnificent. So we need 30 additional counties. Cool. Do we have access to declare war on this guy? We're still truced, so no. He apparently has great pox. Okay, that's exciting. What about this guy? I mean, we could join, or rather, we could invade this guy's kingdom. That's a terrible idea. Wait, does he have a kingdom title there? No, it's only a single duchy title. Okay, so a duchy conquer here would give us the entire territory. That's magnificent. I love it. He's wildly in debt. He doesn't have any real capability to defend against us. We're going to raise up forces here. We'll go in and attack there. Wonderful. Now, I do want to check in over here. We should have At Taif ready to go, right? Or is this maxed out now? This is actually maxed. Beautiful. So I believe it is only Mecca that is no longer maxed, or that is currently not maxed. I believe that to be the case. Our stress levels are definitely problems. We're going to get knighthood in 9 months, and we're 20 months away from reaching the late medieval era. Okay. That's fine. So in we go, and this is not going to be a difficult war. I don't anticipate any problems here. This could be a problem, though. Yeah, our vassals are going to be a little bit more angry about us being a lunatic. That's for sure. We have a hook on this guy. 60%? That's not ideal. None of these guys are all that strong. And what is this guy's conviction here? 52? He's actually the lowest faction commitment. I'm going to send him a gift. And that'll actually lose us 42 stress because we're generous. That's good to know. So that boosts his opinion of us up. And now he's at minus 953 faction commitment. So that should be no problem. We're going to head up over this direction. He did leave that faction. I'm going to... This is not actually an issue here, but I'm going to send this guy a gift too. Since we're losing so much stress for this, we may as well. Yeah, we're a lunatic already, but it's fine. There we go. So we actually do want to be at stress level 1, don't we? Because of the domain limit issue. Yeah, that's good to know. Do we have a spouse available now with high stewardship? Actually, yes, we do. And this will cost us a lot of prestige, but that's okay. So you will become our primary spouse. There we go. Skill 28 stewardship. Make sure that she is on managed domain here. There we go. Hopefully that brings us to 11 of 11. Unfortunately, it would appear that it did not. Okay, well, we're going to have to hand out this territory. That's obvious. So we'll do exactly that. No problem here. Cool. Okay, so with that done, we do have this faction still considering itself to be a dangerous faction. Now, I believe we've already gifted this guy. Yes, we have. His faction commitment is plus 105 at this point. 234 of these reasons are his personality. Presumably because he's arrogant, but he's also content. Interesting. Regardless, we could certainly... No valid characters. Okay. We could certainly do something like... None of this is helpful. Okay. We do need to get that additional spouse, and you will do. Yeah, you'll cost us a lot. Probably should have looked into that a little closer, but it'll be fine. Okay, we just got a daughter. I'm thinking about this guy right now, and I'm thinking... This guy in particular is really uncommitted. We've already sent him a gift. Over domain limit is 10 opinion. You know what we could do? We could just come over here and grant out this title. We can always retract it later. And that alone will boost up his opinion a decent amount. Now he'll actually leave. I accept your generous gifts. This will indeed be an exciting search. He should leave this faction. We've got enough gold coin to pay for the damages. I'm not concerned about that. Okay, there we go. He leaves the faction. Perfect. Do we rule by divine right? I mean, 150 prestige. Theocracy vassals won't be happy, but I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll get over it. We do need a new marshal. That'll be this guy. I want to check in on Mecca here. Man, these take a long time to build. We've got a long ways to go on Mecca, and that's the only place where we still actually need things. Okay, so at this point, we need this location, and this location, right? The Persian Empire, we are getting close to having. But we're not there yet. Okay, we got a marshal perk. Okay, cool. We can grab, say, living off the land for that sweet, sweet supply capacity. Now, I'd love to find a way to attack this guy without doing a kingdom invasion. And I'm afraid that there's not really a good way to do it. Yeah. Looking at this guy up here, it's the same sort of situation. Indeed. This would not be ideal. So, a jihad for kingdom is an interesting idea. Actually, that's a very interesting idea. We can jihad for kingdoms multiple times, right? Or at least that doesn't stop us from doing a kingdom invasion. And then there's also the Kingdom Holy War. Let's try the jihad. The main contributor gets the target kingdom. Titles in the target kingdom are handed out to the beneficiaries. I don't care about that. So we declare this war. Wonderful. And we are, of course, simply going to raise up our forces here. So allies are going to join the war. They're going to call holy orders. That's fine. We're just going to raise here until our men-at-arms are here. Why is this going so slow? Okay, I guess there's a lot of stuff happening. We just inherited this sheikdom. Get out of here with that. Don't care. I'm going to stop gathering these guys. Okay. Now it seems to be going normal speed. Maybe it was because we had that army selected. I don't know. Okay, so I do want to leave behind a siege force here. This is going to be trebuchets and a few units of levies. Not that many, though. We want the majority of our forces to head here to eliminate this army. Now, that's got a lot of holy orders in it. This is the downside of jihads, right? And we should, in theory, be the main contributor. Boy, it feels like this is going slow. Maybe it's because of all of this that's going on. There's a lot happening in this jihad, right? So, if we look at this... Almost 500,000 troops versus 20,000. Okay. Yeah, this is not going to go well for them, I'm afraid. This is not going to go well for them at all. So I want to get a siege commander in here to siege just that little bit faster. We're going to walk up over this way. We're already at 47%. I'm going to let these guys lock in here. They didn't lock in. Okay, that's intriguing. I want to go hit this capital, and that's exactly what we're going to do. That should stack wipe. And now we're going to go fight up over here. No problem whatsoever. We're going to take their capital in 3 months. Not even. More like 2 months. We did just discover knighthood. A new fascination can be selected. Are you sure about that, game? Are you sure that there's a fascination that we can select? Because I'm pretty sure that there isn't. We cannot select a fascination. We have 11 months until we get to the late medieval era. So we're currently capped out on tech until then. Beautiful. So we're going to wrap up this siege, and this may well end the war. I'm assuming we're the main contributor. Where do we see the contributor score? I don't actually know, but I'm pretty sure we're the main contributor. We just inherited this castle again. Get out of here. Okay. There we go. Cool. And we're, of course, currently swarming all over this. Now, I'm interested in seeing what the cooldown is on this jihad, right? Because this is really powerful. Can we jihad on empire titles? That would be amazing. I kind of doubt it. But I'm assuming we're the main contributor. Our beneficiary is this guy. And we're going to invite him to our court. Okay, he arrived at our court. So we would get the kingdom, in theory. We'll enforce those demands. A victorious jihad, indeed. And, yep, this guy was rewarded. So we got these 2 territories here. We cannot grant a leased out title. This is given to a Grand Master. An Apostolic Grand Master. Okay, we're going to revoke that lease. And we're going to grant this out here and this out here. Cool. So that's absolutely fine. We'll disband our troops. That got us all of that territory. Now I want to check in... Hi, Bavaria. I want to check in on the Byzantine Empire here. There's no jihad option there. If we were to go on, say, these guys, no jihad option. So we might be limited to like 1 jihad per lifetime or something along those lines. Now this does put us at 107 out of 114 for the Persian Empire. Well, that's sad. So we're going to have to go after this guy. Oh, we've got a bunch of claims here, theoretically. Any of these having a claim on the full kingdom, that would be amazing. No. Sad. So a kingdom invasion would be the way to go. He's got 1 kingdom title. So this would be what we'd have to do. We can only do 1 invasion war against a kingdom tier title, but this is not our preferred way of conquest, right? So this should be fine, and that would get us the Persian Empire back under our control. So he's up over here? Sure. Let's drop our rally point here. We're going to raise our men-at-arms. We're going to raise some levy troops. What does he have for allies? He actually has quite a few. We'll see if they join. Oh, we're already grouped up here. Okay, cool. So I think we'll just head in here. He's probably going to attack this way or over here. Yeah, this is fine. Whatever. We might not get the whole territory, but honestly, we don't need it. We only need a few provinces. So we're going to head north and hit his capital. I see these guys here. I'd like to go attack them, actually. So we're going to split off our trebuchets, and this will be plenty. We are going to put in a siege commander here and just head up here, while these guys head down this way. Only 2 small casualties here. That's fine. That's 4,000. I'm not too concerned. It's like 10% of our army, yes. But even so, it should be fine. We're going to hit his capital. No problem. Well-provisioned armies, indeed. And he is running away. Okay. We caught him. And that's going to stack wipe. That's totally a stack wipe. Wonderful. So now we just need to siege here, and then the war will be over. Just like that. Cool. So the war is over, and if we enforce the demands, we will vassalize all titles within his realm belonging de jure to the target title. So this may not give us everything we need. We'll see. No, we got it all. Okay, beautiful. So we'll disband all of our armies here. We, of course, need to hand out titles up over here. We don't want to hold all of this ourselves. So we are going to grant all of these titles out. Magnificent. Okay. So that is, at this point, the Persian Empire back under our control. So we'll create the Persian Empire. Magnificent. So that's all done. Now, as far as this down here goes, technically, there's a little bit more that we can go after de jure over here. So we can do a de jure duchy claim for Tagaza. That's only a single county. Or we can go here, which is 2 counties. And we'll do the latter. So I'm going to declare this war. We're going to raise just our men-at-arms here. I don't think we need anything more than that against this guy. I really should look at that. Okay, 16,000. We may want to raise a few more. So that'll be fine. We don't need that anyway. That's absolutely okay. Cool. We still don't have a crown, which is kind of funny, but it's fine. What do we got? 18,000? Sure. No major issues here. That guy is always present, and apparently that makes us very upset. Okay, we just joined the late medieval era. So we're going to walk in over... We should have raised here. Okay, whatever. We're fascinating bombards right now. I'm assuming we don't have any exposures because this just was discovered, so we should not have any exposures at this point. And now we have a big decision to make. Do we go for upgrades of our holdings, which would mean going for like machicolations into cranes? Or do we go for primogeniture? That's our options here. I think we go for primogeniture. I would like to not have any more awkward successions. Thank you very much. So that'll be fine. We're going to head on over this way. And I'm assuming this war will not be particularly difficult. We can definitely come back over here and revoke this at this point. So no problem there. Wonderful. I want to check in on Mecca. Mecca is still constructing. Okay, it takes a while to build these workshops, no doubt about that. But once that's done, it will be capped for the moment. We have a martial perk available. Parthian Tactics is the only real option in the strategist tree for right now. I would love to get our way down to sappers, but honestly, we're sieging quickly enough. Like, that's pretty quick. That is pretty quick, and they don't really have a way to deal with it, right? So we're going to need to take this, and then we need like one county over here before we have all of these de jure counties, which means that we should start focusing on Hispania. That is the one target location that we don't yet control. And we haven't really controlled it in any meaningful way throughout this entire series yet. So we're definitely going to target that soon. I saw these guys passing through down here. Are they going to sail upriver again? That was kind of strange last time. Okay, that is interesting that Steam is playing those sounds now. I didn't get an achievement there. Baldur's Gate 3 just finished downloading, so that should be exciting. We're going to head on through here. I really should figure out how to mute those sounds. That would be helpful. But I mean, I could just not download things while recording. That could work too. That was a lot of gold. But we have a lot of gold. We could have definitely spent the gold there. I'm not too concerned about it. We're just going to head over towards this capital. We're at 60% right now. We're getting like 10% per siege. Yeah, this is fine. We're going to hit here and then the capital, and that should end the war. If it doesn't end before we get there. Ah, the siege of Takeda? Wait. Oh, he's sieging over here. I don't care about that. Whatever. He can do what he wants there. We're going to hit his capital, and that's going to go very poorly for him. We're at 70% right now. This might mean that we need one additional siege. I think it will, now that I think about it. 98. Okay. It might... Ticking war score might get us there before this siege ends. Either way, it's going to be done very shortly. Yep, there we go. 10 days. So that's fine. We'll disband all of our troops, and that's great. So we got that under our control. Magnificent. So the only location in Maghreb now that we need to control is this singular county. Of course, we're truced to this guy. That's going to take some time. So we're going to head up over this way. This guy would actually be a really good person to take over, wouldn't he? There's not that much here in terms of empire titles. So these are all empire level titles here, right? There's a lot of them. But really, I think of this more as kingdom level titles, and I think of all of this as a single Hispania empire level title, and that's what we're targeting. There's a lot of empire titles here that are kind of lame. they're not very powerful empires, right? And yeah, this guy we don't have a lot of CV on. We can... Oh, this is an empire tier realm here. Fascinating. So we can't do this via claimants unless we did it on the kingdom tier claimants. Which we could definitely do. So we could look for, say, one of these guys here. Okay, none of these guys like us enough to come to our court. We might be able to bribe one of them. 115 reasons, 80 reasons, and 95 reasons. So this guy's the most likely. I really don't think sending him a gift is going to get him willing to come. No, 75. Okay. So he's his liege's relative, and that's the primary reason for this. That's okay. This is also Empire tier, as is this and this. So all of these are Empire tier realms. That will make it more difficult to break into, but by no means will it be impossible. At any rate, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to break into Hispania. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atalet, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.